going to talk about change. Now, change is the norm of life, and the only thing constant is the process of change. And that's so interesting. So, today I'm going to share about how to prepare yourself for change. So, now all of us keep sharing that we want to change. Like if somebody is in a job which is maybe mentally very hectic, very tiring, and someone they want a change of job, a better job opportunity, a better environment. Some people might want to change their society, their homes. They want to change for a better lifestyle again. They might want to change even their cities or countries. And so, somewhere, if you realize, all of us, whether in our relationships, in our careers, we want to change and manifest something which is different, unusual, exciting, more fulfilling, and purposeful. But have you realized that even when the possibility of this change is created in your life, you don't even recognize it most of the times? Some of you, even if you recognize, you don't explore it. Hi, everyone. Hi. You don't even explore it. And some of you, with great difficulty, who have the courage to even explore it in a span of hardly any time, go back to your old ways or which is familiar to you. Does that resonate with you? So, in a nutshell, even if there is a possibility of an upcoming change just around the corner, what do you normally do? Even sometimes you don't even realize it. You shy away and just run away from that. You basically resist it. I'll give you an example. Like I was talking about the job. So, so many people, including yourself, who maybe are feeling stuck with their salary or they don't like their work environment and they've been wanting to change and have a better work opportunity. And when there is a possibility being created for you or for such people, where maybe suddenly, from the front an opportunity comes where you might have to start your new venture or do something which is totally different from what you've been doing at work. How many of you are comfortable even exploring or moving ahead with that? Think about it. How many times has that happened and you have resisted or run away? Or you've been wanting to do something more meaningful and purposeful in life, like sometimes working for a certain section of humanity, for the upliftment of women, healing, or so many other things, working at the village level for people. But when that opportunity comes and that upcoming change is created for you, how many of you explore it? And then, and it happens in many aspects of your life. I'm just giving few examples, but in so many aspects of your life, you feel this. And then you complain to everybody around you that you feel stuck and nothing seems to be moving forward. So, do you know why do you feel stuck? You feel stuck because you are resisting the upcoming changes. And second is that you are so attached to the familiarity of your current situation. It's like we call it the comfort zone. Very attached to your comfort zone. Healing in nahi, it's like that. We won't move. And I'm going to also share that why sometimes you're not even aware of it, but you still feel this resistance somewhere from your inner self. And that is to do with your subconscious mind. So I have shared about the conscious and that we have a subconscious mind in one of the webinars. Now, the subconscious mind thrives on familiarity. So, anything that is familiar to the subconscious mind, an experience that is familiar, it will support and it will allow it to happen easily. And any experience or any situation which is not familiar to the subconscious mind, it will somewhere reject it and not let it happen easily. So I'll give you an example. Like, some of you or some of us, as maybe in our early growing up years, have been used to lack, maybe lack of finances or lean finances. And that is very familiar to us, right? Now, when there is an upcoming possibility of change where there could be prosperity for us, what happens? The subconscious mind is not familiar only with that prosperity consciousness or the feeling of prosperity, and so it rejects it in a way that it doesn't allow or support it easily, and so you resist it. Or I give a very interesting example of people who are not used to getting that kind of attention, maybe in the in school days or college, and too much of recognition, and then comes an upcoming change or an opportunity where you can gain a lot of popularity. But popularity is not familiar to the subconscious; it has never experienced popularity. So there is an inner resistance to that change. The most interesting is when we work with people and we realize that people are so familiar, the subconscious is so familiar to unhappiness. We have for the longest number of years lived in unhappiness, misery, sometimes stress, that we are so familiar to that becomes our comfort zone. So any opportunity sometimes that can actually bring in happiness actually meets with resistance from our own selves. So it's like self-sabotage. So that is why we are not very enthusiastic, or we don't explore changes, or we don't accept them, because we don't know what is in for us. It is unknown. That experience is unknown sometimes to us. The second is, which is a little deeper, is we can have adverse associations with the upcoming changes. So I'll give you the same example. Like supposing I was talking about prosperity. Now that is anyway not familiar. Now, if you also have an adverse association with prosperity, like people who are prosperous or very rich, you could be feeling that they generally end up either judged or lonely, or they become arrogant. So, you have an adverse association or a negative association with that aspect of prosperity. So, then your subconscious further resists it. So, you can imagine how difficult it is for you to then accept a new change. And you don't even necessarily know sometimes consciously. Or when I was giving you the example of popularity, if you have an association that popular people are always targeted, they're always judged, they're always criticized, and you have an adverse association, so somewhere you will resist it. So it's so important for us to internally start preparing for a change, and a very big change that is going to unfold in all our lives. And that is a change from the old consciousness to the new consciousness. So I have already spoken about the old consciousness and new consciousness in one of my webinars. So it is a time for a new wave and a new consciousness which is going to come our way. And that is somewhere going to present an opportunity of love, abundance, prosperity, peace, happiness, joy. This is just a transition period. Everything is just getting restructured. All we need to do is remain calm. But when that opportunity and that change comes eventually, are you prepared to even embrace all of that? Because we are not even familiar to abundance and love and happiness and joy. Because if you ask yourself honestly, we are more familiar with lack, greed, fear, competition, unhappiness. So we need to prepare. And why we need to prepare is I'll give you two very simple examples to show that even when you want to do a minor change in your life, how unsettled you feel. And then you'll know why I'm talking about preparing for a major change. So if somebody changes your pillow or your mattress or your sleeping place, how uncomfortable do some of you get? Do you? If yes, then do share with me. I want to know how something so small can also affect us. Like I know someone goes to the hotel and is so used to that hard mattress that even the 8-inch Dunlop is uncomfortable, and they have slept on the carpet with the on the floor. Or very small thing like if you change your flavor of the tea or the coffee, like instead of putting sugar, you put sugar free or stevia leaves. Even slight change can not make you feel content with the tea and coffee. So imagine with such small minor changes you feel so unsettled. So we need to somewhere internally prepare for the change. I'm not in any way saying that familiarity, routine, or this is not right, or constancy is not right. What I'm saying is, if we get stuck to all of this and we get too attached to our comfort zone, however difficult that comfort zone is, even if it's just that because we know the amount of pain in it, also the amount of lack in it, we are so familiar and we are so attached that we don't want to come out of it. But then you know what happens in this? Somewhere you miss out on all that life is wanting to gift you. The universe is trying to gift you for your best, for your highest and your best interest, for your easy life, what the new consciousness is trying to give you. So it's important that instead of resisting, we prepare ourselves for the change. And to add in something interesting for people who change all the time, like who are compulsive inventors and who want to change food, cuisine, furniture, gadgets, houses, countries, for them the change is to be stable right now, is to just embrace stability for some time. That is a change they need to accept, they need to embrace. So just for a moment, close your eyes. And I just want to ask you a few questions. That how ready are you to change? How prepared are you to change? How are you planning to now react or respond to the old familiar ways? Or are you going to find creative ways of responding to the old and the new change? What will inspire you to change? And how can you also remain peaceful and calm in this phase of changing time and this transition phase? So it's important to ask how ready you are to change. So before we do the radical recitation, where we somewhere start aligning to accept new change, I'll give you a fun exercise to do, which is very minor, but trust me, even that minor change can start shifting something within your subconscious. So the fun thing you can try and do is, and let me know which one you align to out of these fun things and you want to do it, is maybe change your pillow and change your bed linen. Change your room where you sleep periodically. Change your toothpaste and change the hand with which you brush. If you've been doing it with your right, try and do it with your left. Change slightly the furniture arrangement of the house, or try different cuisine or a different way to make your favorite beverage, or change the way you set your cupboard. That could be a small fun thing to do, and tedious also sometimes. What else can you do for fun? You can maybe meet different people. So you can try to make small changes in your daily life right now as a start. Because then you realize how attached you are to every small thing. And if it is so difficult with such small things, you can imagine your resistance to larger opportunities and larger changes that come and knock at your door and you don't recognize it. So, with Redikall today, we will work with our stuck feeling, our resistance to change, our attachments, but we will also need to work with our faith and our resistance to somewhere surrender, which actually is most essential to your higher self or to the universal consciousness. Because somewhere we need to have and restore the faith that all that the universe is gifting us is meant for our highest, for our best, and for our happy and beautiful life, so that we can more easily accept and embrace the changes that come our way. So let's just close our eyes and settle down. And I'll give you 2 minutes so we can settle down with to do the recitation. Just repeat with me, and this will help you prepare yourself for the changes to come. I R5 my stuck feeling. I R5 my stuck feeling. I R5 my stuck feeling. I R5 my attachments. I R5 my attachments. I R5 my attachments. I R5 my attachment to my comfort zone. I R5 my attachment to my comfort zone. I R5 my attachment to my comfort zone. I R5 my resistance to change. I R5 my resistance to change. I R5 my resistance to change. I R5 my fear of the unknown. I R5 the fear of the unknown. I R5 the fear of the unknown. I R5 my resistance to explore. I R5 my resistance to explore. I R5 my resistance to explore. I R5 my need for faith. I R5 my need for faith. I R5 my need for faith. I R5 my resistance to surrender. I R5 my resistance to surrender. I R5 my resistance to surrender. I R5 my need to surrender to change. I R5 my need to surrender to the new consciousness. I R5 my need to surrender to the new consciousness. I R5 my need to align to love, faith and integrity. I R5 my need to align to love, faith and integrity. I R5 my need to align to peace, prosperity and joy. I R5 my need to align to peace, prosperity and joy. I R5 my need to embrace and accept changes. I R5 my need to embrace and accept changes. I R5 my need to accept and embrace changes. I R5 my need for the new upgrade. I R5 my need for the new upgrade. I R5 my need for the new upgrade. So the affirmation is, I embrace change with full faith, strength and surrender. I embrace change with full faith, strength and surrender. I embrace change with full faith, strength